to go forward in the session. So, we're going to talk about what is entrepreneurship all about, and why it is so important for any country, especially if you're if you're born in a growing country or developing country like India. Family managed business is very growth, and it contributes to GDP. Worldwide, more than 95% of the businesses belong to family businesses. Important when it comes to contributing to society at large, because entrepreneur, you're not only contributing to society, to the nation, and you are helping in nation building. Actually, entrepreneurship starts right from the young age. I'll come back to that later. But as we are growing up, we have different ideas, and we are moving out. Schooling, we MBA school, or probably we just left our first job. We are overflowing with different. Someone wants to become a restaurateur, someone wants to become a chef, someone wants to become a pilot. There's so many different ideas, and we forget that we have a small family business, or we have a large family business, where if I can join the family business, I can contribute and take the family. We get carried away with different ideas we have, and by the time we realize, oh God, this was not my cup of tea, we would have wasted 5, 6, 7 years of a life because lost in different ideas. It is think of different ideas. It's okay to explore it. It's okay to experiment. At the same, in touch with the businesses the business family you come from, the businesses you are running, or probably you'll be running. Parents have set up something. It becomes utmost important. The reason I'll tell you very, very shortly. But yes, my submission is when we are young, when we are 20 years, 22, 23 years, we tend to get lost and get confused. What to do, how to shape up, what to do in the career. We really get messed our bubbling ideas, and we important years of our life. And what happens then? We join our family businesses, and then we want to see everything from the Google way. We want to see everything very fashionable. We start giving ideas to our parents. We start giving ideas to the seniors in the company. We start giving ideas to the seniors who have set up the institute. And it can be anything. If you join a group of institution, there are trustees who are build something. You start giving them ideas, and you start comparing your to multinationals. And what happens in the West easily copied here in India or in the Asian countries, because being is so called fashionable, and that's the trend which is penetrating inside our Google. Companies like Google, Microsoft, or IBM, even they don't have a very easy life. That's one of the strong. And if you go, people crave to get onto the weekends. That means when they're having it's Friday. That means they have not enjoyed their Monday to Friday. That means the Monday to Friday has been stressful for them, and it's like it gets onto their nerves, and they have a formal position which says jolly good fellow. So now the role of the jolly good fellow is nothing but to ease out your pressure about everything but your work, so that you're prepared for your next meeting with at ease. So there's tremendous pressure. So what is seen from outside does not mean it's inside. So when you're into your family business, you need to learn from your seniors. You need to learn from the people who have created the organization, and you need to be open to the ideas what they have. What made them successful may not make you successful, but what made them successful, the things what they did in the past. I guess there's someone spammer the house. I request that person not to spam. Getting signs and on the screen. I request the moderator to remove that person out, or I request that person not to spam the Zoom meeting. Mr. Aditya Singh, if you're listening to me, someone who's spamming the meeting. All right, I'll move forward.
Yes, sir.
So when we join our family business, get onto different ideas, we're bubbling, but it is a role of the seniors to encourage the business mindset. You may employ someone who is entrepreneur mindset, or your own child who just joined your business mindset. You need to encourage the business mindset, right? You may live in a one of your life, but entrepreneurship is all about dreaming with open eyes. People dream, they achieve something. People who dream, people who dare, a difference in the society at large. You cannot dream. You can national and say, "Ha, har ek tarikh ko, I'll get a salary in my account." Why take so much of tension? And then you can live in that kind of nokri for rest of your life. But at the same time, if you come out of that mindset, business people have this. They have this in their mind. It's in their genes. To understand, boss, I'm going to create something out of it. Vada pav, I'm going to survive on a suki roti or something, that sort of for next 2-3 years or 4 years. But one day I'm going to create a multinational of all these things what I'm looking at. I'm going to create my company as India's top 10 company or top 20. As seniors in the organization, seniors in the society, we need to encourage the people who have business mindset, and we have to motivate them so that they can go and achieve something really big in life. To learn to pass on the baton, because what made a senior successful in the past may not make the child. What made them successful 30 years back may not be relevant at this point of time, or may not be relevant 30 years down the line. So you need to know how to fill that gap. You need to feel how I can fill up the gap, how I can pass on the back to my kid, and he should run the show in times to come. And the baton exchange process should be so beautiful that you should not realize the baton has already been passed. So this will happen only when seniors to really start passing on the batons to their kids who have joined the family businesses, people who want, because 30, 40, 50 years they have lived with their businesses. 30, 40 years they have made the businesses big, successful. All of a sudden somebody comes and it's not easy for them. So as a young kids, we need to understand it's not on our fathers, on our seniors to pass on the baton. We need to understand them and be a part of that baton exchange process. People ask me when I different colleges. A lot of people ask me on a different platform, when is the right time for child to join businesses? When should I enroll my kid into the business, or when should I start giving? My only answer to them is as soon as possible. I know my friends who have kids over as young as 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I have a son who's 7 years, and he comes to office. Sorry, I lost the network. I'm really sorry for that. Am I back?
Yes, sir. Sir, one small request
So
from the
I was
participant
talking, I
side.
know when.
Yes, sir. One is a small request from the participants.
Yeah, is my screen
Yes, sir, visual, sir. Sir, it will be very helpful for the student if you speak in mixed language, means English and Hindi both.
Yes, Aditya, you were saying something. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. And just it is a request from the participant side. It will be very easy and helpful for the students if you are using the mixed language, means Hindi and English both.
I'm losing on your voice, Aditya ji. I'm really sorry. Do you want me to go slow?
Means, sir, just a small request from the participant side to use the mixed language, Hindi and English both.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. So I was talking on कब business join कर सकते हैं. So my submission to all the people, बच्चों को जितना जल्दी business में involve कर सकते हो, it is good for all of us, and because they'll start learning quickly. In fact, अगर आपका 2 साल का बच्चा है, if you have a kid, and if you can talk about business or entrepreneurship with 50 hours a year, when he turns 18 years, in those 16 years, you would have spent nearly 1,000 hours of talking to him in business. अगर आपके बच्चे के साथ में रोज हफ्ते में 1 घंटा बात कर सकते हो, में अगले 16 साल तक, जब वो 18 साल का हो जाता है, तो आप कम से कम उसके साथ 8 से 900 घंटे तक बात कर चुके होते हो about the entrepreneurship. And this is a huge amount of exposure you have given to your own child. You have exposed him to different vocabulary, different kind of ideas. Into 12th standard, he knows what he's up for. He knows, I have a direction. It's just not a unilateral and unidirectional anymore. He understands it's going to be a multi-directional thing for me, because entrepreneurship is all about being multi-directional. As soon as possible into the business, if you have a business platform. If you don't have a business platform, if you're working in some company, you can talk to them about business. You can talk to them about entrepreneurship. And hey, look, everyone, 1 hour a week is not much. Imagine 1 hour, you are driving, you can talk to them, you're having a dinner, you can talk to them, you're having a good family time, you can discuss one idea a week. Imagine 1,000 ideas you would have discussed with your kid or your a person you're grooming over a period of 15, 16 years. At 18 years, he is business ready. And at the same time, we need to keep learning from our past. What has happened in the past, जो past में हुआ है, जो future में होने वाला है. There is a gap, and we need to be a gap finder. We need to find a gap. What made a businessman successful, what made our father successful in the past, what made our seniors successful in the past may not be successful or are successful today. But we need to learn from our past mistakes. We need to get up. We need to rise. We need to stand on our feet, hold that baton, hold that, quickly be ready to run again. Everyone is with me?
Yes, sir.
Super. So a lot of people ask me, बहुत लोग मुझे पूछते हैं, when I go to different colleges, I visit. What is business according to you? What is business? How do you define an entrepreneur? Being into business is excitement. It's all about being resilient. You need to climb a rock. That there's a goal, the tip of the rock, you need to reach there. And the excitement, there's a resilient sense have, the strongness you'll show while you walk that path will define your business journey. You need to each and every step what you take in unknown territory, every step you take to climb, or every step you take back to stabilize yourself, make you learn so many things from your own mistakes, from your own present. Careful, you're more calculated in business, right? But it's all about taking calculative risk. It's about reducing the risk out of the business. So be resilient. Yeah, everyone is with me.
Yes, sir.
Super. It also, when we grow up, businesses in school, colleges, when we discuss business about how to do business, how to go about our ideas, problem with my network, it seems. Ahead. Yeah, Aditya ji, give me a thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
Super, super. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. So please participate. Once you start participating, trust me, the entire atmosphere in the house, in the family changes. When you start participating with your professors, when you start participating with your mentor, chemistry between them, between y'all, will change and will take you to a different level altogether. Participation is the key, because this will teach you when you're working 20 people, 300 people, or 500 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, times to come, when you created one big business conglomerate, you will know exactly how to handle people. Today at Timeless Lifestyle, we handled more than 350 people. Everyone participates. We've gone through a tough times because of the COVID. Like last 15, 16 months, because people were not traveling. But since our participation with our employees, with our HODs, with our workers, associates was so strong, everybody stuck to us. They believed in us. They didn't get frustrated. Salaries came late, but still they were like upfront. They're like, yes, we're going to work with Timeless. We're going to give our best to Timeless. Correct? And this is how things happen. So my humble request to all of you all is to participate. And participation is from both the sides, from the seniors as well as the people learning, who are aspiring to become something in life. So once the participation happens, luggage business was not happening to us, and we had to think very differently. So in May 2020, we came up with a, we converted the entire factory to produce high quality PP kits and N95 masks. And within 3 months' time, we became country's top 10 players to produce PP kits and N95 masks. We were the company who got into the first itself. We were our mask and gave us an ISI certificate. So you need hazard things happening in the market. There are hazard people doing the same thing what you are doing. What is that? How you are doing those things differently to others will define, will characterize your future journey in the business. So it's very important to know where you're moving in life, how you're moving in life, what you're doing in life, how different you can contribute to society giving different kind of values. What something is not given by somebody else. So as a business owner, thinking all the time differently. And once that happens, it becomes life becomes easy for you. It, trust me, when that happens, after some years, you'll realize you created a legacy. People will talk about your success, but you need to learn from your failures. Trust me, if you succeed once, you must have failed 9 times. You've not learned 9 times when you failed, and you should be ready to share your failures. I have failed many. I fail every day, even today. And with every failure, I keep learning, and I of my failures, because whatever I am today is because of my failures. Whatever we created is a byproduct of our failure and learning. So yes, all the time we need to think differently, and when we think differently, you realize everybody supporting you. The logic in your thinking, you need to create that logic. You need to explain your seniors, your fathers, your parents, why you're right in a certain way. आपको सबको कॉन्फिडेंस में लेके काम करना है. Business is all about being excited, a program. Why? Because probably all of us are excited about, even if you're working somewhere, you're just going to pass out, you're into last year of engineering, last year of MBA, you dream, you sit in a college canteen, you sit on katta, you sit on your bike, you go for a drive with friends, you start discussing ideas, you discuss a lot of things, you have that 10 rupee ka chai in your hand, and still you're discussing ideas. I want to do this in life, I want to do that in life. A lot of people say belly. I say people who really want to make difference, they have volcano erupting in their bellies. Once you have that, what is going to stop you? Because you're ready to face the hardship, the hurdles, and it's the passion, it's the excitement to create a business of that will drive you far further. So business is all about excitement. It's my excitement to do something, and then when you achieve, when you win, the satisfaction will be of a different level altogether. It's totally different to 9 to 5. In business, you're 24 into 7 into 365 on to the work. It's very important that you should know, can you live with a particular idea for 5 months, 6 months time? That idea, doesn't let you sleep for hours altogether. Do you get blank thinking of a business idea? Do you get blank? Do you get, when you think of your, do you smile internally? If that is happening, trust me, there is an excitement in your stomach, and this is which is going to define. It's not anything else, but it is your own self. Big journey. You're going to travel your own journey, and every step you take in that journey is going to be enjoyable. If at all you're very passionate about, if you don't get food for 1 or 2 days, it's absolutely, nobody dies. But you need to be mentally prepared. Yes, I'm here to win, and one day I'm going to create a big company out of this. So you need to be excited all the time. While doing all these things, while we're traveling, our professors have taught us, our mentors have taught this us. It's written in the Gita. In fact, in Gita, in the 4th chapter, 11th, much more than you gave. So we need to learn to give also. And trust me, guys, that as an entrepreneurs, as a business people, when we start giving, the universe conspires towards in our favor, and it starts. Tested this, and this, it's if you see successful businessman, it's part of their, it's their genes. They give a lot. And when we get, we need to learn to hold it properly. Become arrogant. The success, the money should not slip into our head. We should be something what we need to display. Humbleness. As you grow, as you become successful, your feet should become more grounded. Arrogancy cannot get onto. You should know when God has given, when society has given you, how to hold it properly. That will define you as an entrepreneur. That will define you as a business. That will define your future journey. To give much more than what you have. Trust me, you'll receive much more than what you gave to the world, to the society at large. As businesses, as business houses, as entrepreneurs, we make a lot of choices. Shape us our entrepreneurs' careers, shape us our entrepreneur strategies. And these choices, what we make, we identify things. There's an identity. We identify our competition around us. We know what technology is going to define us, what technology we're going to rely on, and who are the customers. You may be in a industry, but as entrepreneurs, we need to spend a lot of time on these four choices what we have made unknowingly or knowingly. But as an entrepreneur, you were in these four choices. You may not understand the meaning of this. You may not have gone to school, but you become successful. Trust me, when you evaluate your goals, your actions, your past activities, you will see you would have identified, you would know your competition, you exactly know your know-how, the technology, and you exactly knew your, lot of during our B schooling days, we learn a lot of things in theory, right? And very easy to put all these things in very flaunty words and all. But someone who's never gone to school, never gone to colleges, and he's running an empire of 1,000 crores or 2,000 crores and running a successful organization, even he has made these choices. So as an entrepreneur, it's very important to understand where we are heading and how we're going to. Something which inspired me when I was growing in my 90s. Today I'm 38. In last 15, 16 years of changed my life. I would like to share this with you. I'm sure all the people who are themselves with this video. This is how the entrepreneur is. This is how the entrepreneur. This is how the life journey is. When you're watching this video, it's a 2-minute video. I want everyone to watch this video thinking that the video is yourself. Video. Trust me, you will see a different world altogether. You'll see a different yourself in your own way. Please have a look. Aditya ji, video is visible?
Yes, sir, visual, sir.
Sir, actually, I was started to that. Yes. चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले चलो हिंदुस्तान चले चलो तो हिंदुस्तान चले चलो चले हवेलियों में भले
Don't you think so? Business is exciting, guys. If you feel yes, if you feel motivated, write yes in the chat box. Yes, business is challenging but exciting and motivating. I'm going to create something big. Once I move out of my B school, once I join my family business, write yes in the chat box. Awesome. Awesome. I love the energy in the room. What an energetic audience we have. Congratulations to all the trustees, the professors, the out here. Sense that, through the response what I get in the chat box. Lovely. So it's nothing but we created our own path. We had big boys in the market. We were competing with world number one, India number one, Asia number one, and we tried to go forward. And when we did that, there was a lot of but we stuck to it, stuck to our plans. We believed in ourselves, and that's how it happened. Today, by traveling this journey, by taking up this journey, than 18 Indian states across 200 plus dealers. These are A plus dealers. Timers present also heavily on e-commerce portals like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Paytm, ShopClues. Entrepreneurs 1 lakh people supporting us on social media platform. We have close to 40,000 people following us on Facebook, around more than 25,000 people following us on Instagram, 10,000 on the Timers account, and I have around 15,000 people following me personally, where I talk on entrepreneurship, where I talk about Timers journey. It makes us motivated for our daily acts. This helps me. It encourages my entire organization to keep performing the set goals, the mission what we have for Timers, to build an organization, to build a brand which will be a once brand, or maybe a brand to reckon with, not only in India but in international level. So that's my own idea. There were a lot of problems. Even now there are hazard problems, but then it's about sticking to your problems. You should know how to solve those problems proactively. Thank you.
Due to some technical issue, we just okay, sir.
Heavy rains in Nasik, and questions in the chat box. I want some.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful session. Now, from the participant side, if you are having any questions, you can type in the chat box also.
Yeah, if somebody can read out the questions for me, it will be just.
Yes, sir. Sir, one question from the Harmeet Sharma.
the next question.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir, how to start business during studies? Parents not allowed that work. Means your
so
parents
that
are
this
not.
happens with a lot of yeah. So Harmeet ji, this happens with a lot of families, not only in India. So parents wants you to focus on studies, and they're right in their own way. But if you're really passionate about your business, or you're really passionate about with your professors in college, you must discuss your ideas with your mentors, your teachers, and your parents. See, they're not saying do not come and share strategies with me. Your first step is to convince yourself, not convince them. Once you're different methods, hazard ways to convince people. You'll be able to convince your professor. You'll be able to convince your mentor. You'll be able to but to be convinced about your ideas first. You need to know where you're heading. And you need to have a plan in action, plan in place. You have written down the steps how you want to take it forward. And when you're going to sit with your dad and you say, "Hey, Dad, I want to have a I want to spend 1 hour with you. I have some ideas. Can I discuss with you?" Dad might say, "No, नहीं, आज time नहीं है. मैं busy हूँ." Get disappointed. Meet him the next day when he said कि कल मिलते हैं. Dad, are you free today? आज है आपके पास में टाइम? बट आज भी टाइम नहीं है, मुझे तो ऑफिस का बहुत काम है, हम संडे को. First sign of this is how you're getting trained to become an entrepreneur. Patience improve हो रहा है. You're training yourself you're building patience in yourself. Wait for that Sunday when you say, "Dad, I came to your toys. Have half an hour with you today. Can I sit with you now? And tell me how many times is going to reject you? 1, twice, 10, 20 times? Someday I'll tell you, I'll listen to you. And same thing can happen with your professor. How many times your professor will reject you? कभी सबमिशन देखेंगे, 2 बार फाड़ेंगे, 3 बार फाड़ेंगे, 4 बार फाड़ेंगे, करेक्ट? बट आपको पेशेंस दिखाना है, बिकॉज इट इज योर ओन what you want to create. It is not a professor. It is have to find ways to customers, with your suppliers, with your bankers, people who are ready to put money on you. How will you convince them? In fact, this is an opportunity for you to convincing parent or convincing your professor is nothing but negotiation. आपको negotiate करना है उनके साथ में.
Thank you, sir. Next question from the Pooja Maurya, and
Yes.
just I would like to include 2 questions in a single one. That is one is student Pooja Maurya, and second one is Pramod Ray. How to filter the ideas, because a lot of ideas are coming in our minds to start the business. So how we are going to filter, and what are the how we involve itself in that business idea, means how to start the entrepreneurship.
शांति रखना है. So as a human being, हमें कुदरत में कि 1000 आइडियाज आएंगे. हम बस स्टॉप पे बैठे हुए, हम कैंटीन में बैठे हुए, हम कॉलेज में बैठे हुए हैं, हम गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ में बैठे हुए, हम प्रोफेसर के साथ, वाइफ के साथ में बैठे हुए, हम एम्प्लॉइज के साथ में बैठे हुए, हम अकेले भी बैठे होते हैं ना. 1000 आइडियाज आते जाते हैं, करेक्ट? एंड इट इज परफेक्टली नेचुरल. इवन इफ or a Birla or a Tata or a Adani, 1000 ideas will come into your mind. It is absolutely okay. It's very normal. So, ideas na ana is like being abnormal. Now the question is, how do you filter these ideas? Now you need to actually realize, the businessman, people who have business mindset, or people who are developing business mindset, now they're very smart, very, very, very smart guys. They actually know back of their mind subconsciously what is going to click, what हम कहते हैं ना gut feeling है. So when you feel that, when you have that gut feeling होता है, and when you put it on paper, and you bring it on your ideas on paper, and if that excites you, if that motivates you, and you feel इस idea के साथ में अगले साल जी सकता हूँ, then that idea is worth. या सुबह की आइडिया आपने बोला कि मैं 10 सैंडविचेस की दुकानें खोलूंगा, पूरे होके फिर दिल्ली में खोलूंगा, जयपुर में खोलूंगा, और शाम आते आते या 3 हफ्ते के बाद में आपको दूसरी कुछ आइडिया आ जाती है, दैट आइडिया इज नो गुड. हम सब सोचते हैं कि यस आई विल डू दिस चेन ऑफ रेस्टोरेंट्स, पहले एक रेस्टोरेंट चालू करूंगा, फिर 2 करूंगा मैं. बट इज दैट आइडिया नॉट लेटिंग यू स्लीप, ट्रबलिंग यू? If that is happening with that idea, it is worth living. Otherwise, it is not. कि मैं प्रोफेसर के सामने यार रोज एक आइडिया लेके कैसे जाऊं, मैं अपने पेरेंट के सामने एक आइडिया कैसे लेके जाऊं, लोग क्या बोलेंगे, आप खुद ही कन्विंस नहीं हो. तो
Thank you, sir. Next question.
yeah, I hope I have answered.
Yes, yes, sir. Now the next question from the SAC Secretary, Ms. Yogita. How to keep motivated if you fail twice or thrice after heavy loss?
You're going to fail 1,000 times in life. Failure is nothing but integral. Now you have to realize you were fortunate that you failed twice or thrice, because you need to learn from those failures. Times. I know someone who is a famous restaurant in India, and he runs one of the top 10, and people talk about his brand. And once he was on his in his house on the 21st floor in Bombay, and he was side because he was seeing all failures. But something happened. He's like, "नहीं, मैं इसको ऐसा नहीं जाने दूंगा," and he stopped himself. He did not jump from, but he went to the office next day, and then he created the brand what it is today, known to all of us in India. What if he had got? You may fail financially, you may fail physically, mentally. Failures can come from any direction, but आपका जो character है ना, is going to help you rise. Are you prepared to live yourself in a rented premises for rest? एक रोटी खा सकते हो टाइम बीन के लिए, कुछ दिन के लिए, कुछ महीनों के लिए, कुछ हफ्तों के लिए. You need to answer all these things. If you're ready to face the tough, के निकल जाओगे. आपको अपने आप को टफ बनाना है, मोल्ड करना है, फेलियर से सीखना है. आप Many brothers failed miserably. Correct? Failure हर लेवल पे आता है. Why we are failing is, that is much more important. So let understand why we fail. Even if you get, let's say, get less marks, you get only 50 marks out of 100. Why you have got only 50 marks is much more important to you, or should be important to you, rather than how you say, I've got 50 marks, let's go for a party, boss. But there are boys who sit back and say, I have lost 50 marks, I'll sit with my professor. 50 marks. So developing the habit of asking why you have lost something will help you to fight or help. And trust me, if you've not failed, you're the most unluckiest person. You must fail to succeed. Mentally prepared, you're going to fail. And once you start failing, trust me, you will know how to succeed. Imagine you 10वीं क्लास तक कक्षा में हमेशा अव्वल नंबर आए हो, और अचानक से 12th स्टैंडर्ड में आप फेल हो जाते हो. अब वो कैसे सिचुएशन को हैंडल करोगे? Learn to fail and learn from the failures. आपकी मिस्टेक से आप सीखना. because this will define your future days. So congratulations, man. Please, next question.
Thank you very much, sir. As we
If you
are
guys
having
are with
a
me,
very,
if you feel if you feel okay, whatever I'm saying, type yes in the chat box. If you feel I'm adding value to all of y'all, please write yes in the chat box. What an energy in this room. I congratulate everyone here, each one of you listening. Please, can I have a couple of more minutes? We can have a few more questions. Yes,
thank you very much, sir. As we are having
more questions in the house.
No, sir. Now we are not supposed to take the question from the, because we are having a limited time. It was really a very wonderful and motivational talk today. 100% our students have get benefited, and those who are students, they are interested to enhance their family businesses or start their own entrepreneur and become a own entrepreneur. It will be very helpful for those students. And 100%, sir, all the students and me myself will be in touch with you in the future also for such a motivational and wonderful sessions. So once again, on the behalf of the Sage University and Sage Innovation Entrepreneur Development Cell, I will thanks. Thank you very much, sir. Once again,
thank you so much. And if you please follow me on Instagram at Sumit D Tiwari. That's my Instagram handle, where I talk on entrepreneurship, where I talk about development. To see you all on Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram account, open up an Instagram account. It's very important handle to have in today's life.
Thank you, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, all dear participants. Again, we will meet on the next talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nishan, sir. Nishan, sir. Hello. Hello. Nishan, sir. Hello. Nishan, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Just close the session, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.